and more choices. Life is always filled with choices, and you have to actually make a lot of them. Now, we're going to proceed with the 2022 Aime Ii problem 10. Find the remainder when this giant sum of combinations and combinations is divided by 1000. This problem seems not really friendly to deal with. We have nested combinations. And how are we going to solve that? So when you have this kind of problem, you always want to start by just playing around. So it might be helpful to find a general form of A choose 2, choose 2. So A choose 2, choose 2 is equal to A times A minus 1 over 2. Entire thing choose 2. So now, and choose 2, as shown on the top expression right here, is equal to m times m1 minus 1 over 2. And this is because m choose n in general is just equal to m factorial over n factorial times m minus n factorial. Meaning we're choosing n things from m things. And the order that we choose any two things are actually the same. And this is actually like a combinatorial way. So now, what is even this expression right here? This seems to be not really friendly, right? So we're going to actually play around. So a squared minus a over 2 choose 2 is just equal to a squared minus a over 2 times a squared minus a minus 1 minus 2 over 2, and then divide by 2. Since we're saying that this is actually m, so this minus 1 is just equal to a squared minus a minus 1. No, minus 2 divided by 2. So it does divide the entire thing. We get 1 over 8 times a squared minus a times a squared minus a minus 2. And that is actually equal to a times a minus 1. Sorry, let me make this smaller. A times a minus 1 times a minus 1 times a minus 2. Right? So a squared minus a is equal to a times a minus 1, and a squared minus a minus 2, wait, it's actually equal to a plus 1 times a minus 2. Now, think about this thing. Can we actually just simplify this into something that is like more just simplified? So, well, this one, a times a minus 1 times a plus 1 times a minus 2. If we reorder this, we get a plus 1 times a minus 1 times a minus 2. Divide by 8. And let's look at the top side. Well, isn't m choose 4 equal to m times m minus 1 times m minus 2 times m minus 3 divided by 24? Wouldn't that be kind of looking similar to this, except that m is actually equal to a plus 1 in this scenario? Yeah, so this is actually what we're going to do right here. So we're going to multiply the bottom by 3 and the top by 3. And you multiply the same number and divide by the same number. It's not going to change the final numerical value. So now this one is just equal to 3. We take out the 3 outside. We try to make this clear. We isolate this. 3 times a plus 1 choose 4, right? So now we have this kind of expression, which is a choose 2, choose 2. It's actually equal to 3 times a plus 1, choose 4. This is definitely a really important observation, because this will actually simplify our calculation significantly. So now we have this expression. So what are we going to do next? Now we can actually take out a 3 on the entire thing. We get 3 times, you start off with 4 choose 2. Right? Since 3 choose 2 choose 2 is equal to 3 times 4, 3 times 3 plus 1 choose 4. And then as a increases, this a as a increases, then this number also increases. So we're going to have essentially 38 terms, which the end is going to be 41. Choose 4. Now, how are we going to calculate this? So for this one, we're actually going to use the hockey sticks identity, which states that the summation from I is equal to k to, let's say, a random number z of I choose k. This one is actually equal to z plus 1 choose k plus 1. And I believe the proof of this can be proven using induction. So now, by utilizing this, we can actually find this entire sum by expressing it into just one single combination. So this is just equal to 3 times what? 41 plus 1, choose 4 plus 1 from the hockey stick identity. So just 3 times 42, choose 5. Now, this entire problem is just boiled down to finding of the numerical value of this. So 42 choose 5 is essentially just 42 times 41 times 40 times 39 times 38 divided by 120 times 3. Now, this one can obviously cancel out. So we just want to find 42 times 41 times 39 times 38. But we can actually rewrite this a little bit. Well, after we write as this form, then we're going to get 40 squared minus 1 times 40 squared minus 4 mod 1000. Now, something to notice about here is that only 4 is going to remain. Well, why is that? Since 40 square is going to be have 0 mod 1000, and 5 times 40 square is equal to 8000, and this one is clearly having divisible by 1000. So the only thing that will remain will just be -1 times -4, and that, by simply calculating it out, just give us 4 as the result. So therefore, the final answer to this problem is just 004. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video.